Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Lena. Welcome back to another video. Wait, that's not the intro for this one. Hello and welcome to What the Fuck Am I Reading? So, I know it's been a while. It wasn't planned. I was cut off the internet for like 2 weeks, so it was super annoying. And then I started a new job and I've been taking my time to get used to it because it's a completely different shift that I was used to. So now I work on nights. So it's been a little bit tough to just, get settled in again. But from December onwards, I should have more free time and videos will be consistent again. Like I promise. And sorry for the glasses, but I can barely see anything. So I'm very sorry about the glare. But I'm going to talk to you about all the books that I've been reading lately. My new job allows me to just wear headphones. So I've been really listening to audiobooks lately. So I've basically been reading a bunch of books, honestly, even though I haven't been recording videos. But let's just get started because I have almost like 20 books or something like that. So the first one I finished since we last spoke was Snowcrash by Neil Stephenson, which I enjoyed, but I think it overestimated its welcome. So I feel like, I don't usually say this, like I prefer longer books, but in this case, it really needed to be shorter. It dragged a lot. Like the story is fairly interesting, you have this virtual reality and you have this drug that shouldn't affect the virtual reality world, but it does. It's very interesting, this is like, it sets some precedents for science fiction in general, but it definitely is too long. It's definitely too long. Like it should have been shorter, but yeah, that's my main complaint for it. Like I ended up giving it 3.5 stars. Is it good? Yes, but it's definitely on the longer side. It's so unnecessarily long. Okay, then I read the Voidwalker collection. I was sent this book for review by the author. This is a self-published compendium of novellas. It makes like a cohesive story, but it's divided into 8 novellas, which makes it like a very easy to read. But basically, our main character wakes up in this kind of whodunit type of mansion, and something weird starts happening. He visits this mansion every time he sleeps. So when he wakes up, he's very confused. He doesn't know what's going on, and then a murder occurs in the mansion. So I feel like the book started stronger and lost a little bit along the way. It's usually what happens with mystery novels. Like this is a mix between kind of horror, mystery, fantasy. But once you get everything unraveled, it's very hard to keep the stakes up. Like, I don't know, I feel like a lot of people go through this and talked about this. Like, it's very difficult to maintain suspense when you have a mystery novel once the mystery is resolved. And it usually happens towards the end, so the last part is just like less mysterious in general. But overall, I liked it. I do have to say that I find a couple of quotes that I really didn't like that were very misogynistic, but then the character was corrected later on, which I appreciated. But yeah. Overall, if you're looking for something like easy and fun to read, I will definitely recommend this one. It's very easy to read because of its division into novellas. Like, I've read basically a novella a day, so it's very easy to read. I give this one also 3.5 or 4 stars. I'm not sure right now, but you should definitely check out my review. I did like a full review on Goodreads. But yeah, then I read... The Monster Barber Comrade. I'm super excited I finally read it. I'm so excited for the 3rd book. Honestly, this book felt like a little bit of like fill up, like middle book syndrome for sure. Like for the first half of this book, barely anything happened. So it does follow the acts after the first book, but it's just very like the aftermath, and this could have been like a few chapters of the other book, if I'm being honest. Though I have to say, the ending was so good. So good, man. Like, so fucking good. I'm so excited to read book 3. Like, I basically already ordered it. It should be here soon. But I'm just so excited. I'm just so excited for this one. You cannot even imagine. Like, the ending was great. The ending was great. Like, I had high expectations for this book since I loved the first one. But... when I started reading, I was just like, okay, it's dragging a little bit, but no, the ending was fantastic. If you like political intrigue in general, you're going to really like this series. Honestly, it's just full of machinations, and I cannot recommend it enough. It's very hard to read. It has some very, very triggering parts, but careful with that. Overall, I just really liked it and I cannot wait for book 3, honestly. Then I finished a trilogy, finally. I feel like this year I haven't finished any trilogies or series in general, but I finished the Protectorate series. This is Catalyst Gate, which is book 3 of Velocity Weapon, which I read last year and really, really liked. It's a very weird mix between The Expanse, Mass Effect. It has like a little bit of everything, and this finale was great. I think this series is just super solid in general. Like, I don't love it, like it's not one of my favorites, but it's just so solid. Like, strong 4 stars, 4.5 stars, you know, like it's super, super solid. I think this could be a favorite for so many people. Like, it's not my favorite, but it works. It works really. Mystery, that's the problem. I think that's my problem with it. The first one had a lot of mystery about like, oh my god, what's going on? And the mystery got resolved at the end of the first book. So now I'm just like, but still, this was great. I highly, highly recommend this series if you like sci-fi in general. Like, it's just so good, so solid. I cannot recommend this one enough. I ended up giving this one 4.5 stars. It's great. Really, this series is just fantastic. Oh, this one, man. I read The Ninth Reign, and this was superb. Superb. Like, this book, like, everyone told me about this book, that it was super weird, and I cannot agree more. Like, it's just such a mix of things. I think it's going to be very hit or miss, especially because of the writing style, the narration style mostly. But it was so cool then. I just really like it. I cannot wait for book 2. I have already ordered 2. Like, it was fucking great. Do I have to say, why has no one told me? Like, there's a race here that feeds on blood and it's immoral. Like, why has no one said the word? I would love to know. But yeah, I give this one 4.5 stars. It was fucking great. I can't wait for the sequel. Like, it's super weird. Super weird. It's basically about trying to stop this evil coming back and destroying this city. So weird, but so good. Like, highly recommend if you just like fantasy in general. It was fantastic. Yes, you can tell I can barely make up words for these books. It's been such a long time. Then I read Babel, which was one of my most anticipated releases for this year. Almost like the most, yeah, probably the most. But this was good. But I do have to say that it didn't blow me away. Like, I saw so many reviews. Like, I liked it, but I didn't love it. It's weird. I feel like I should read it again because I listened to this one and I think that it actually might work better reading it. I don't know, but I did really like the academic aspect of it. It's definitely dark academia, and I really like that. It's just like, finally, a little bit of dark academia that is actually fucking great. So that part I really like, but I don't know, some parts I really disconnected, and I really didn't know that it was like a standalone. So part of me was just like, oh, no matter, it's going to be resolved in the sequel. I don't know. I feel like some parts wrap too fast, others too slow. I don't know, it's weird. I still give it 4 stars. Like, she's fucking great, and it's Harv Kwang. She's fantastic. But I don't know. There's something about it that didn't click with me, though I really want to try and read it again because it might have been like a me problem because I only listened to it. I didn't read a single page physically, so I probably should do that. But yeah, for now it stands at a 4-star rating, but I will definitely check this one again. Then I read my arc of Into the Riverlands. This is book 3 in the collection of novellas in this Singing Hills. Oh my god, this is just so good. If you're looking for a feel good type of novella, I don't know, they're not like precisely like cozy or anything, but I don't know, I just really like it. This one was related to martial arts. So cool. It could have been set on the Mortal Techniques world, honestly, but it's just like more lyrical. It was great. I honestly really liked it. I ended up giving this one 4 stars. I didn't like it as much as the first one, but it was still great. It has like not horror, but some like more scary parts, and I don't know, I just really liked it. I highly recommend this collection of novellas to anyone, honestly. And you can read them separately. You don't have to read them in order. So if you're feeling like reading this one first, I will do it. I mean, I'm a little bit of a psycho, and I will read them in order, but you can read them separately if you feel like it. So yeah, this one was great. Then I read a manga. I was really excited for this one. It was recommended to me by one of my friends because I just really like mysteries and like small towns. And this is Gannibal. Well, Gannibal? 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 I don't know. I don't know how you say it in English, but I'm just really excited to continue reading this one. It's basically about a cop that moves into this town, and the previous cop was murdered, if I'm not mistaken. Well, he disappeared. And he accused the population of this town of being cannibals. I just really liked it. This first volume was very weird. It reminded me a bit of like Salem Slot with this movie that is disgusting. Something has eyes. I don't know. I just don't remember the name, but this disgusting movie, it had like a vibe to it, with all the like disgusting part. I just love that the family is super happy here. What a lie. But yeah, volume 2 is coming out this week. I'll grab it for sure, but I'm just really excited for this one. And then I finished The Rave, which I was really excited about. This is a book that is a mix between sci-fi and fantasy, which is very hit or miss for me, but this one works greatly. I just love the concept of the floating fucking city that has different gravity. It's just so cool, man. But basically you're going to pull the main character, and she's an Alfabra. The thing is, she basically hunts down monsters, but the thing is she doesn't kill them, which is like a really nice touch. And she's out of money, so she decides to take on this huge super well paid rave that is going on in this fucking city. Newell? Was it Newell? Yeah, I don't know. I just really like the story overall. It was super engaging, super easy to read. Like, I just really liked it. This one I actually highly recommend if you just like fantasy in general. I think it might be a little bit more harder to follow for only sci-fi readers, but it has enough sci-fi elements for you to really like it. Like, it's a very cool mix. Like, she has a cell phone, they're texting, but you also have these magical elements, but it's definitely not even fantasy. Like, it's definitely fantasy mixed with science fiction, and I just really liked it. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of that. I really liked it. I already downloaded book 2. I'm also super excited to continue. But yeah, I ended up giving this one 4.5 stars. Super good. Highly recommend this one. And then I did it. This is going to be so sad, but I read the Discord of Gods. The thing is, it wasn't a bad book, but I feel like my enjoyment with this series has been going downhill since book 3. Well, not since book 3, since book 4 especially. Like, book 3 I was just like, yay, let's go. But book 4 left me like so underwhelmed. And then this happened. And I feel like this one is more similar to book 4 than the rest of the books. So in a way, I was just like, ugh. But I don't think it's a bad finale. I actually liked the finale, but I don't know. I feel like nothing happened for a good chunk of this book, and I fucking hate that. Like, this series is so strong in plot. Like, it has such a convoluted plot, and I feel like in book 4 was stand aside for character relationships, which is not bad. Like, my favorite fucking polyamory relationship is in here. Like, it's so cool. But at the same time, just like, stop giving away plot for just having this fucking relationships. It's just like so annoying. But I don't know. I didn't dislike it, but I didn't love it. Like, I was very in the middle. I think I need to just read this series back to back and then see how I feel about it. Because maybe because my love for the first book, I just haven't been loving these later books as much. And I'm very sad because I felt like it was going to be one of my favorite series. I actually said it. Like, book 1 was so good. I don't know what happened, but I will probably just read them all in a sitting and see what the hell is going on. But I ended up giving this one 3 stars. I'm pretty sad because I feel like I'm falling out of love with this series, and it makes me really mad because I feel like it's a super underrated series in general. So I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'll read them. Again, like Babel, I would just read them all and see how I actually feel. Oh, then I read this one, and this was such a surprise. I got an arc of this one. This is Thank God It's Friday, and it's a collection of short stories, like science fiction short stories, blended with a bit of fantasy and mystery. It was great. I don't know. I feel like it just got me at the right time, and I enjoyed the hell out of it. It's divided into 4 different stories. The first one is great. It's about a metro station that keeps you from going out again into the world because of the delays in the trains. It was just great. I just really liked it in general. I ended up giving it 5 stars. I just enjoyed the hell out of it. Like, I feel like I was the unpopular opinion because everyone was just like, oh yeah, I like this story. I didn't like this one that much. I didn't give a fuck. I just really liked it. And the last 2 stories have dragons, which is fucking great. Like, battle between dragons. It's great. I highly recommend this one. I loved it. We're getting there. Then I read The Desert Prince, and I'm actually very surprised by it. I don't know why, but I went into this book with extremely low expectations after seeing some reviews of people saying that, yeah, it's not the Demon Cycle, it doesn't feel like the Demon Cycle. And I agree. It does not feel like the Demon Cycle, but I'm super happy to be back in this world. It feels more YA. I feel like probably because of the characters being younger than in the previous series, but I was actually so surprised by it. I really enjoyed it. I read it in like 2 days. I really wanted to just keep listening to it. So for that alone, I think it's just a win. But I really liked it. I ended up giving it 4 stars. I'm actually quite excited to continue this series. I had like super low expectations for it. I don't know. I'm just really scared. I don't really like continuing series. I like spin-offs, but not a sequel series. Just like leave the world alone. But this world is so cool. The demons here are so cool. I don't know, I'm fine. I just really want to continue with this series. I really liked it. And I'm so happy because this book is beautiful. Then I read Direwood, which I read because it was a vampire story. And it just felt like a very weird copy of the Bone season. I don't know, it just reminded me a lot of that. But mixed with more like your classic vampire tales, like The Gentleman and such. I don't know, it was weird. It's basically about this girl, her sister's gone missing, and she discovers that it was because of a vampire. The vampire strikes a deal with her. If she goes with him 7 days and decides to just go back, he will let her go. But if not, she's going to stay with him. So a little bit meh, a little bit just like, oh my god, is he a killer? He's not a killer. He's nice on the inside, but not on the outside. A little bit meh on that regard. Overall, I enjoyed it. I give it 3 out of 5 stars. It's fine if you want to try it. If you're feeling like a vampire read, then go ahead. But meh, just meh. Then another great surprise, this is Doors of Sleep, which I've been really excited about. I've barely seen anyone, well, I actually haven't seen anyone talk about this book, but I actually really enjoyed it. Like, I feel like it was a super like action-packed story. Basically, you're going to follow our main character, and every time he sleeps, he jumps to a different reality, which is super cool. But I do feel like the story is just like it's a very short book. So the story is just like, yeah. It feels like an episode of a TV show more than a film or like a book. It's weird, but I actually really liked it. He has like this enemy who wants to get his powers and just build an empire across every single reality. It's super cool. I just really like exploring the different worlds. It was super fun. I don't know, I just really liked it. I actually highly recommend this one. If you're looking for a very light sci-fi read, just go ahead. Really cool. I give it 4 stars. I really want to read the next book, which came out this year, so it's great. The Poison Healer? No. The Doors of Sleep of Poison? Something like that. It has like a very weird title. But I just really want to read it. This was such a surprise. I'm super happy that I finally read this one. And I actually highly recommend the audiobook for Doors of Sleep because it is on a diary form. So it's very cool when it's narrated to you. Third to last. I finished the Reality Dysfunction. Ooh? What is that? I have like a super gigantic bookmark in there. Since when? I don't know. But this is a Reality Dysfunction by Peter L. Hamilton. I've been a huge fan of Peter L. Hamilton for a long time. But this one I liked, but I think it's overly ambitious. In a sense that there's so much going on in this book. So many characters with so many different stories. And there's not even a glossary. Like, why would you do that? I barely remember every single character name. Like, I definitely didn't remember them all. Like, sometimes we start with someone new and I was just like, what the fuck fuck is this person? But the ending was great. That's the thing, the ending was great. And all the concepts in this book are fucking great also. But so many different characters, man. So many different characters. I swear to God, I can only remember 2 because there were so many. My brain was overly collapsed. But I give this one 4 out of 5 stars. I definitely will continue the series. I really liked it. I definitely liked it more than The Void, but I like it less than the Commonwealth saga. So we're there in between. But yeah, I will definitely try book 2 soon, but this is a fucking chunker. Like, I need a break from it. But yeah, if you have read it, the ending was just, you know, was great. Then, second to last, I read the first book in the Tenserate series, Black Doors of Heaven. If I'm not mistaken, I actually really enjoyed it. It's a super short book. Like, it's a novella, isn't it? The Black Tides of Heaven. The Black Tides of Heaven. And I liked it, but I liked it more because of its play on gender, of that aspect in the book. I just really liked it. The overall story, I didn't really care much, but that concept alone made the whole book work for me. So I just really liked it. I will definitely continue the series. This has like 3 more, so 100% will continue. I ended up giving it 4 stars. Really liked it. I highly recommend it. And the last one, because I'm tired of talking, The Liar's Knot. I finished this one last night and I absolutely loved it. I'm so fucking glad that I finally have a book that I'm just like, yes, 5 stars. This one's so good. This series is so underrated. The fucking Mask of Mirrors. What is everyone waiting for in this series? Like, it's just so good. If you like cunning, political intrigue, this series, fucking masquerading all the time. This girl has literally 3 different characters. She plays 3 different characters. And it's just so cool. Everyone has like an alter ego in this fucking series, but it's just great. I liked it just as much as the Mask of Mirrors. Just like fucking 5 stars. It was great. It continued the story right where it left in the first book. It's just great. I can really say much because it's the second book in the series and I really don't want to spoil anything. Like, it's one of those books where finding out is very satisfying. Like, it's just like, yes. And there's barely any miscommunication trope in this book, which is fucking great. But yeah, I really liked it. It also has like a romance that I'm actually very invested in. Which is very surprising, but I actually really liked it. So I cannot recommend The Mask of Mirrors enough. I don't know the name of the series, honestly. I'm not sure, but cannot recommend this one enough. Like, I actually really want to reread book 1 and just do a full review of the series so far because it's just fucking amazing. So yeah, those were all the books that I have been reading recently. Like, I think I finished them in the last month, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, have you read any of these? What books have you finished lately? Please just let me know down in the comments below. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!